Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. And today we're going to have a look at the Azaps with their new mastery, or not new, I've been away for a while, so this is new to me. And I was just interested in seeing how they perform versus a lot of units. So we're going to do a little video Azaps versus everything. Of course, it's not every unit, but we get a good majority in. So I thought it'd be a bit of fun just to see how they fare versus current meta and yeah, a few of kind of the weird and wonderful units. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. But before we get started, I'll show you my Azaps so you kind of know what we're dealing with. Health-wise, just under 13,000. Leadership, 225. That actually I think is really reasonable for these guys. Strength is 28. Unit size 28 even. Slashing damage. Slashing pen's pretty good. Slashing damage is okay. Defense, actually slashing defense is alright. Everything's blunt is pretty terrible, but yeah, kind of mid-range. Vet line, I go top line because it's kind of all about the counter strike, so this felt like the best way to go, and I did test the bottom line, and top line definitely performs superior. And then if we go into doctrines, not the best doctrines by any means. Terrible two charge doctrines that, I mean, I need to change these up massively now that they're viable, so we'll do a little change, but these are the doctrines I was running in this video, so yeah, as I said, nothing special. And then mastery, decent looking mastery. This extremely complicated, but seems to do a lot. Recast glory, this is great. You know, you can't go wrong with a bit of damage reduction. So yeah, pleased with it. Although I'm trying to decipher how good this does, I'm just going to say it keeps you alive longer and does more damage. Let's just put it at that. I'm sure there's some people out there that have completely worked out exactly what this does, but yeah. So first off, we're starting off with the Azaps versus Men-at-Arms. Obviously Men-at-Arms before I went away were incredibly good, so it was going to be an interesting one to have a little look at and see how it sort of comes across. And I was pleasantly surprised that the Azaps managed to kill the Men-at-Arms super easily, so actually surprised and pleased about that. So that's one for the Azaps. Very nice.
Attack at will! Close up!
Next up, we got the Stalwarts. Of course, I'm not sure where these currently go in the meta. I just thought that it'd be fun to go against Stalwarts. They haven't been great for a long time, especially when I last played, but thought it'd be a nice one to see. And somehow the Azaps get themselves in the middle of them, and yeah, the counter-strike just does some insane damage to them. So that's another one for the Azaps. Right, now on to the cheeky Medals versus the Azaps. And these Azaps are very similar to mine. Actually, in fact, they have better doctrines than mine. So, yeah, it's still kind of the same sort of test. It's just made it quicker to film it if we both were using Azaps. So, but the Medal are putting up a bit of a fight. Obviously, it's an anti-cav unit, so they're going to struggle a little bit, but they start getting overwhelmed a bit, and it looks like the Azaps will take this one as well. But I'm not surprised, to be honest, just because if that was Cav, obviously the Medal would have killed them all. Now, on to the new big boys themselves, the Sunward Phalanx, I think they're called. And they go in for a walk. I'm not 100% sure what they do or how good they are, because, you know, we haven't played them yet. We are working towards it, and we will make a video and try and find a way to make them work, but they end up getting wiped out by the Azaps. That was surprising to me, but I mean, maybe that's their weakness, or yeah, we'll have to figure out when I get them how to play them, but that was, to me, was pretty surprising. And now we got a little bit of Azap versus Azap. I'm only running a 20 stack, so it was just meant to be a bit of fun while we both had the Azaps out. So just slashing away at each other, lots of blocks coming in, but his counter strike nails mine, and that is the Azaps done for. Now we got the Azaps versus the beefy boys themselves, the Iron Reapers. Let's see how this goes. And predicting not very well. We go on with the counter strikes, come off it, and by that point, probably could have played a bit better, but the Azaps were wiped out by the flail to no kills, so not surprised. Onto Zweihanders, and we're going to charge the Azaps in. We're ready to go. We're going to click 1, get the first slash off, and then into 2, Knight's Gambit, and it absolutely destroys them. Funny enough, it never goes as well with Zweihanders for myself in actual games, but yeah, destroyed them. Now onto the Wu Wei. These are this unit that I hear everyone complaining about. So I was interested to see how this would go, because I hadn't seen them really fight yet, or like close up. And oh my god, these boys, yeah, they're aggressive, fast, aggressive, and completely destroy the Azaps. So I'll have to get myself them at some point. Moving on to Sealadars. I don't think this is the buffed Sealadars yet. I think that's yet to come out. If it's already come out, then yeah, this didn't go well for the Sealadars. But yeah, I don't think they're buffed yet. So this is current Sealadars, and it did not go well for them. Another one for the Azaps. Onto one of my favourite units, the Orochi Samurai. Let's see how the Azaps get along versus these guys. Going straight in with a stab, we get on counter strikes, and then the damage starts rolling in. Some huge numbers straight out the gates. Gone on with On Watch just for that extra little hit, and waiting for counter strikes to come back. But by now, the Orochi have been pretty much cleared out. That these guys seem to tend to be really good against polearms, from what I see.
Yes, Commander.
And then with a stack of 19 remaining Azaps, I thought we'd go against one of my favourite blue units, Blue Halberdiers. Love these boys, probably my favourite blue unit. Just the value you can get is very high, but I was interested to see how my 19 Azaps would get on to them. And they do get killed, but they take more than I thought they would. I thought the Halberdiers would actually do better than they did. So, yeah, not bad. Now on to my assassins. My assassins are very well doctrined and are, yeah, bissed out. But I didn't realise how good they were still, and I think I'm gonna start taking them to Siege as we get streaming this week and doing a lot of content. Absolutely annihilate. Just having the combat doctrine on these boys, getting that extra 15% health back, the extra damage. They don't take any losses and just go to town on these Azaps. So we'll be playing a few more of these on stream if you happen to catch that, definitely. Now we've got the Shield Maidens, and I know Shield Maidens are sort of on a bit of hard times. There was a stage where Shield Maidens were insane with their cover commander and everything that went on with that, but at the moment they just get absolutely slaughtered by my Azaps. I think they get slaughtered by pretty much everything, to be honest. I'm not sure it's probably the best example of Shield Maidens. I think they could probably be played slightly better and with the cover commander, but nonetheless totally wiped out and dead. So next up, VGs, and always been disappointed with how these guys have never really made a comeback. They look awesome, they look so cool, I love the idea of them. I just think they need a complete rework of how you not having to press the button the whole time. A bit like Zweihanders, where you press one button and Knight's Gambit does all 5 swings. It's kind of what I want for these guys. But yeah, they get obliterated by the Azaps, so not surprising. Would love to see these guys make a return. Now this is versus Palace Guards, and now this is probably the best 1-to-1 leadership ratio, and I heard some interesting things about Palace Guards, but I didn't realise how insane they are at the moment. Like, absolutely ruins my Azaps. Just kneel on the floor, and I think I kill one of theirs. So yeah, we will be playing some Palace Guards. They look damn beastly at the moment. Moving on to Queen's Knights. Obviously you see a lot of these around, so I was interested to see how this would go. Get a little slide in there. That's obviously we got the immune to damage with our 1 ability, and then we go in with a bit of shield bashing with the 2. Back in for the 1. Gives us that immunity for a bit. We are losing troops though pretty quickly. We've got a lot of low troops and they start falling off. I'm actually at this point thinking the Azaps could win, but I think we've got them pretty low too. And but a trade-off, if you're using Azaps and you manage to get as far as they've got with this, it's actually a leadership trade-off is good. Now this one was more for curiosity's sake. I wanted to see how Berserkers were, and I thought we might as well see them against the Azaps. And it went kind of as expected. Counter strikes on, click 2 again, boom. They take lots of damage, and that's basically all of them wiped out. 1 left, he gets swamped, and that is it. Now this isn't really a fair testing. We just had some troops left, and I had these troops, so I thought I'd do it. I think he had 17 or 18 Azaps left, so really not the 28. So take this one with a real pinch of salt. I think the outcome probably would end up being the same, but obviously the Roman shields versus the Azaps, they come in with a big slap straight out the gates and basically wipe the lot in sort of the first hit. But yeah, I take this one with a pinch of salt. It was more just because we had some left over. On to Paladins. I was interested to see this because Paladins always get used as the test dummy for every sort of new unit trailer. Whenever a new unit's released, it's always versus Paladins, and the Paladins get annihilated, as they do here. Totally ruined. I'd love to see Paladins make a return, but yeah, not much they can do. I don't think they even killed one of mine, because I started with 26. So yeah, not good for the Paladins, but expected.
Yes, Commander.
On to the Imperial Pikes. We're going to go in for a lovely little walk while they're charging, but it all gets blocked, so we don't actually get that knockdown effect. So I come in with the mastery hit. We get a few of them down, but then get slightly overwhelmed by the Azaps past that. I think probably in a siege situation, it wouldn't end up like that by any means. Again, it was a bit of a curiosity fight this. I was interested to see how monks were. I knew they weren't that great, but I didn't know how far they had fallen, really. Crescent monks, yeah, just not much to them. Oh, they used to be so irritating and so strong, but yeah, they've fallen. And I wouldn't really want them to be strong again, but they just do not perform. I would not bother with Crescent monks whatsoever anymore. The tornado spin is no longer an actual tornado. And now we've got Imperial Javelins. I kind of knew which way this would go, but Imperial Javelins is my favourite unit, so I wanted to see with the mastery that Imperial Javelins have now, and potentially they could do something, but it kind of went the way I would think it would go, considering the jabs are sort of short range, and shouldn't really be in melee all the time, or if they can help it. So yeah, the Azaps take it, but interesting one. Now, next up, we got the Fortebraccio, and yeah, Fortebraccio I thought were obviously good back in the day, but they seem to have taken a big dip. Like, that was a direct charge into 40's pikes, and yeah, there was no chance for them, just dead instantly. And last but not least, Mooshes versus Azaps. Chargement, and this to me was one of the most surprising. I thought Mooshes would get absolutely annihilated by these Azaps, but no, completely the opposite. The Mooshes destroy the Azaps. So interesting. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, been really enjoying the Azaps. Not the best unit, but not the worst, and a good bit of fun, and can surprise people pretty quickly. So yeah, been enjoying them as I've obviously been getting back into the game. This gives me something fun and what feels new to play with. So that's what we're going to be doing. So hope you enjoyed. Stick around because I will be making a lot more videos and trying to pump them out as fast as possible. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.